Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk about my disability that I did for the disability pamphlet. The disability that I did was called Rubenstein Taybi syndrome. So this is a rare genetic disorder. There's kind of a few ways that it could happen, but the most common is it just creates a completely new gene modification or mutation that's not passed down from the parent, and the parent doesn't carry anything. It's just new mutation. So starting off, we'll talk about their physical development. I guess we'll go back to characteristics. So they typically have a short stature. They can have a beaked nose, arched eyebrows, malformed ears, a downward slant of the eyes in their corners. They also can have broad thumbs and first toes. And they can also be angled. So when you Google this disability, the pictures that come up are a lot of pictures of the thumbs and toes being misformed. Children also with RTS also have a small head size, and over 80% have um, abnormality related to their eyes. So it also affects a handful of organs. You know, the heart can be affected, the kidney, um, like digestive issues can be an issue down the road. So it just kind of affects the overall the whole body. So when we think about physical development, it's slower. In general, development for children with RTS are it's slower. So for physical development, children aren't going to start walking between 1 and 2, and then or crawling. Excuse me, they're not going to start crawling until 1 and 2, and then not walking until between 2 and 4. Um, in general, due to their low muscle tone, they're just going to have difficulty in their balance and control. So just relating to difficulty in their physical development overall. Social emotional. So they can have behaviors, many different behaviors and acting out, but that's partially due to frustration and anger over not being able to properly communicate their wants and needs. So, but it is noted in all the sources I looked that some children with RTS can have some challenging behaviors, and implementing a behavior intervention plan would be great. Overall, there are some studies that show that children with RTS are do almost better and are better at social emotional development. And they can do things such as keep eye contact, and initiate play, and express various emotions. So this definitely varies between child and the severity of their disorder, but in general, it's pretty good. Language and literacy. So speech and just that in general is going to be the slowest growing section of development. It's very slow. First words won't be being said until between 2 and 4, and sentences won't start until 4 to 5. There are a small population of children with RTS who just will not develop speech, and so they will not talk. So it's really important to implement those different ways, sign language or using an iPad to speak or a pegboard. So just really implementing those at an early age, just so that in case it comes to be that this child doesn't speak, that they have a way to communicate, because that's very important. Cognitive development, it varies between children. It's just some children may have issues or concerns in areas of reasoning, learning, and problem solving. In general, most children with RTS will have we qualify for cognitive delay. Um, Sensory development. There wasn't much information about sensory development. It's it's kind of similar to autism, where there's going to be those kind of sensory um, implications. So sensory to sound, or sensitive to light, to sound, to taste, to really anything. So it just really varies, but most students are going to have a sensory issue or assistance with that. Um, so when we think about medication and treatment, so it's not curable, so there's no medication that can is really taken that I've noticed. Some children may need surgery depending on the severity of their their disabilities. So some may have surgery to correct their angled thumbs and toes. Some may have surgery with heart or with their heart. So there's just, there's a lot of different implications depending on how severe the disability is. When we think of major services, us as early intervention um, teachers will definitely be a big role. A speech pathologist will take a very big role, considering that speech is their slowest to develop. Occupational therapists and physical therapists will also be involved as well, but it just depends on the severity of the disability and what the student's individual needs are. And then a physician and different medical specialists are going to be very important as well, considering the many health conditions or health. I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for. Health related services they will need. So that is my little bit spiel. So